Get ready for another Hosts at Home, Adams Archives.
You're about to see three people who want to be cowboys compete in the wildest, toughest Western competition ever, where their strength, cunning, and athletic skills will be put to the ultimate test. And the one who comes out on top will earn the right to go on and try for our $5,000 grand prize today on Wild West Showdown. This is the town where it's all going to happen. It's called Broken Neck, and it's called that for good reason. It is one dangerous place, and it's here that our three cowboys are going to tangle with some of the meanest, roughest outlaws in the West. These hombres are going to do everything they can to make sure that nobody, but nobody, rides away with that $5,000 prize. Here come our cowboys. They're riding high in the saddle. Let's introduce you to them. First up, we've got James Opie, 40-year-old trick rider from Rochester, Indiana. And here's Sharon Hale, a 38-year-old mom from Sebastopol, California. And that's Barton Smith, a 30-year-old theme park employee from Brunswick, Maine. Oh, and that, by the way, is our water tower. It's ancient. I don't know how old it is, but it's big and it's bad. And our competitors are going to have to climb up that water tower, grab that fuse, and pull it out. It's a 45-second fuse attached to dynamite. Yeah, George put the dynamite up there. And guess what? He's been there before. He's done this before. That might be his advantage. Barton Smith knows what he has to do. Climb the tower. Folks are gathering around. They like the underdog here. They want to see Barton do well. At least some of them. He's off and running. Up the tower is quick. Did you see the gun fall immediately? Hey, that might help him. He's lighter now. Quickly up. George is moving to the left side, left to right, trying to chase him down. Remember how fast George is, but I got news for you. Look at Barton. Barton Smith quickly up to the top. What a time! And he's got the fuse in 19 seconds. Boy, if you blinked, you missed this one. What's George doing? He's just kind of hanging around wondering what happened there. Well, let's show you what happened there. Here you can see on the replay, Barton Smith all over that tower. George doing his level best, as an outlaw can do, to get in right behind him. So George had to move around and start following straight up. It's vertical, gang. Barton was too quick, too muscular, a little slip here, a little slip there, but 19 seconds, he is going to take that time and smile big time. He pulled the fuse in 19. Now, Sharon Hale is up next. Sharon's going to have to scoot up the tower as fast as possible because Pharaoh will be right behind her. Pharaoh is great with a gun and a rope, but no guns and ropes here this time, Pharaoh. It will be Sharon Hale. Hey, she's an athlete.
My name is Sharon Hale, and I'm from Monterey, California. I used to swim and dive AAU levels about 4 years, but I still enjoy doing it whenever I can find a diving board. I used to raise Herefords and sheep and some chickens from time to time, and so was a cowgirl, and for fun I'd swim my horses too.
Sharon Hale, let's hope she doesn't have to use her diving technique off the tower. There's Pharaoh. I know she's ready. The crowd is gathered. Sharon has 45 seconds to get up that tower. Our swimmer, our athlete. And I can see already, oh, that first step, it's a doozy. She's not even going to get out of this pool. Oh, no, forget it. She is history. Pharaoh is all over her, and there goes the water tower, the dynamite. Well, she's a swimmer. She's wet. She must feel right at home. Sharon Hale did not make it very far at all, and the outlaws and their friends are kind of enjoying this moment. So now it's up to James Opie. He knows the time to beat, 19 seconds. That was Barton's time. He's going to have to take on Bull. A lot of Bull. Bull has a certain style about getting the competitors off. Ooh, the tower. Not going to be able to use that gun this time, Bull. But Bull, look at the eyes. Look at the intensity of James. He's up for the task. And up the water tower he goes. Bull makes his way over like a spider moving to his prey. But James is quick. You know what? He's also lean and agile. Oh, but he's going to be history here. Look at this. Bull is going to pull him down. And James, oh, I don't believe it. James kicked him off. Wily James Opie, scrawny in comparison to Bull. Up to the fuse, pulls it off, and what an incredible run up the tower for James Opie. I've got to see that one more time. He must be enjoying this moment. I thought, and I'll bet you did watching it, that James was history. Bull has him by about, what, 75 pounds? And it's right here when Bull is able to grab the boot and the leg. That's the moment of truth. James swinging. Watch. Great upper body strength. He hangs on. I don't know how he did it. And then just to add insult, he kind of just flicks the bull right down to the ground. And that gave James the opportunity to make his way up the tower. No, he did not beat Barton's time. Barton Smith wins the event. He joins our reporter, K.C. Clark.
19 seconds. You beat George.
Yeah, big old Chief George there's got himself quite a legend. I'm not sure it's based on facts, so it's time to rewrite the tale.
There you go, Barton. He wins $100. Sharon and James still looking for a win. Remember, whoever's leading at the end goes to the final showdown and a chance for $5,000. Hey, there's West.
Hope they don't get their hopes too high. If they want the big money, they got a long old road to trot.
Hey, West, emphasis on long. Twice around the town in the Pony Express. This is the road they have to trot. They're going to head to the first group of mailbags. They're going to have to pick them up on Main Street. Think that's tough? It gets tougher. The second pickup of the mailbags will be over by the railroad tracks. A little bit more dangerous. Then it's back around to Main Street again, where they'll get them along the curb. 3 mailbags have to be in hand as you go around twice to the finish line. Whoever finishes first gets the big money. So that's what it's like in Pony Express. These 3 have been going one-on-one against the Outlaws. Now it's one-on-one against themselves. Barton, Sharon, and James, who should feel at home on a horse.
Hi, my name is James Zopie. I was born in Rochester, Indiana. My whole family background is in Rosenbeck riding, which is a circus-type riding where the horses go around the ring. I'm a 3rd generation Rosenbeck rider. Yeah, I first got into jousting, it's been about 15 years ago, where we did the Rosenbeck Riding Act at a Renaissance fair, and they asked me if I could do the jousting. Jousting is the medieval type of fighting with 2 long poles or 2 long lances where you come at each other. The idea is to knock the other person off the horse, so that was the original idea.
Well, this shouldn't be quite as violent as jousting, although I don't make any promises here. There you see James. He is one tough cowboy. Silk wants to start it.
Ready?
Silk gets what she wants, and there they go. It's a great start, in fact. Just like a quarter horse race. They pick up the bags. Yes! All 3 of them, Barton, Sharon, and James, they have the first mailbags. Around town they head. They're going to go to the railroad track, and you can see that James Zopie has the lead. Barton is hanging tough with him. In fact, Barton's making a move. Barton's making a move at the railroad tracks. They've got their bags. Barton and James, one-on-one. He crosses, Barton does. Barton goes wide for his. Sharon missed her bag. James got his 3rd. Barton Smith really lost some valuable time here. You can see James Zopie high in the saddle. He's riding at a full gallop. Sharon Hale right behind him, stride for stride. The lady cowgirl, she wants to win this race, but she is missing 1 mailbag. The big moment is coming up. Of course, Barton Smith, what happened to Barton? He is trailing. Now, Sharon's got to grab a bag and play some catch-up. Down Main Street. Sharon's got it, but can she catch him? And there's Barton back in the picture. James Zopie looks back. He knows this is his race. James Zopie wins the Pony Express. Our mail should only be delivered that fast. What a great run by James Zopie. Sharon gave it all her best, and Barton kind of struggled there on the 2nd mailbag pickup. So James is on the boards. He wins $100. Hey, we got to take a look at that stretch run. Look at him look back. If you can see the horse behind you, you're in trouble. He didn't see a horse behind him. He's in a full gallop all the way. James Zopie wins. He's with KC.
First of all, congratulations. You won the event.
Thank you.
You look like
Felt
you're
pretty
real
good.
at home there on the top of a horse. You have some background in that.
Yeah, I've been riding horses just about all my life.
Yeah?
So I felt good on that horse.
Think you're going to get these Outlaws today?
You bet.
I sure hope so. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You came in 2nd. What happened?
Well, I dropped my bag on the first turn, so I guess I wasn't meant to be a bag lady. But I'll tell you, that was a great ride.
Yeah.
I thought the best was 600 horsepower in a Winston Cup car, but that, 1 horse, outdid it.
So what happened? You came in last.
I did.
Not off to a good start today.
Yeah, I was about ready to say that my horse turns like a battleship, but unfortunately I think it's the rider more than the horse.
All right, the boys have $100 apiece. Barton on the left, James on the right, and our rose between 2 thorns, Sharon Hale, still looking for a win. We got a good one going here.
Sure hope those folks can heal up this town, but they can't let those outlaws catch 'em napping like that if they want to go for the big money.
Coming up, it's a drag, unlike any you've ever seen, the rawhide drag, when we come back.
Enter the Wild West Showdown sweepstakes at any participating Stetson and Roper retailer. You could win a trip to the Rancho Encantado Ranch Resort and a Western wardrobe.
That's 3 fingers, plus the other 2 in a disagreement, and he likes to make folks suffer for it.
James Zopie will be the first in the rawhide drag. You know what he's got to do? He's got to climb that rope, pull himself up, hit the release, and set himself free. The fastest one is going to win. Of course, you got these bags and cartons and all kinds of obstacles. There goes James. A good pull. He's at the release. Yes! 19.1 seconds. When James is on, he is really on. That was a great run as Bull and the other outlaws look on. 3 fingers got to be frustrated on that one. Some like him, some don't. This is a tough ride. James Zopie through all of the obstacles on the rawhide drag. I have seen tough before. This beats all. He is working that upper body, the muscles, every one of them being used to get to the release. And yes, the final tumble for the win at 19.1. But is it fast enough? He hasn't won yet because Sharon Hale and Barton Smith still have to compete. And there is Sharon Hale getting ready for the ride of her life. She won't be riding on a horse. She won't be riding on a stagecoach. She's riding on her belly. If you've just tuned in, yes, that is a lady being drugged through the dirt road on Main Street. This is what we do. Sharon struggling but still maneuvering. Up the rope she goes. She's so close. Oh, no! It got away from her just at the last few seconds. She was so close. Oh, yeah. 3 fingers is gloating. This is his moment, right? Look at Sharon on the replay. She did such a great job going through all the grit and the grime on this street, hitting the bales, and now she's starting to maneuver her way up. Look at her shirt, how ripped and tattered it is. I thought she had it right here. She is what, 2 inches away? Oh, that is so hard to watch. Imagine how she feels.
Oh, Sharon, I was really pulling for you. You looked like you were going to be able to do it right there at the end.
I could have used your help out there pulling for me.
Oh, yeah? Kind of slowing him down? I don't know if I'd be as brave as you. Well, you're quite a horsewoman.
Yes, I am. Apparently, though, I don't slide as well as I ride. But there will be a next time.
Next up, Barton Smith. Let's meet him.
I am Barton Smith from Brunswick, Maine. I used to do a lot of free climbing, especially along the coast of California. Got into horses just because of my grandfather. I love Louis L'Amour novels. They're fun, easy reading, and I would think about the Wild West a lot. And after adopting a Mustang from the government, I felt like I want to know more about the heritage of America.
Well, now Barton is going to know more about the streets of Broken Neck. He's going to love this ride. So far, so good. 3 fingers making sure he pays the price. Now Barton makes his move. A quick move. Great pull. On the harness and the release. Yes! 18.4. Guess what? That's the win for Barton Smith.
That way, boy.
Oh, listen to the outlaws. They are showing Barton the door.
You're coming into our town.
Barton, you got a lot of guts there. Oh! Barton puts the rope on Bull.
Well, you got lucky this time.
If looks could kill, right? Barton Smith, he escapes 3 figures and wins the $100. Here's a replay of what amounts to a great run or drag for Barton Smith. Now, he must feel real good about this. But remember, he's going to have to face Bull's buddies a little later in the program. But meantime, enjoy it. Barton, great muscle, picks his moments, pulls the head down, no pun intended, Bull, and makes his way up the rope to unlatch the harness, right? Oh, it's a struggle, but a winning effort, 18.4.
Congratulations, Barton. You won another $100 reward.
Woo! Did I?
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
sure
very
did.
much, man.
Congratulations.
All right.
That was great. You won with 18.4 seconds.
Well, it was close. That was very close. I almost had it a second earlier, but it just slipped off just a bit.
All right, Barton Smith has 2 wins and $200. Sharon Hale still looking. James Zopie, $100 in Pony Express. West, any advice?
Hope they don't rest too easy now. If they're heading for the final showdown, they're going to find a few more rattlers in their bedroll.
Coming up, our competitors have to chase down the Runaway stage.
Three Fingers just shot another stagecoach driver. Only worst way to get killed is trying to rescue a runaway stage. Bandits couldn't get the money off that stage. If those folks stop it the quickest, it's theirs. If they hit a ditch, they might just disembark.
There are $200 up for grabs in this event. Barton Smith is ready to catch the stage. And we're talking about a stagecoach without a driver. You've got to have athletic ability, not only with the horse, you got to work with your horse, but you got to do some climbing. Watch Barton go. He's got a good start. He's got his bearings set on the back of that stage. Now the tough part. Oh, he's making it look easy. Barton Smith, yes! Oh, 14.25 seconds. That is definitely one of the fastest times we have seen in this event. Barton Smith, what a great display of athletic ability. In fact, he has set a time that's going to be hard to beat. Back on board the stagecoach from our camera on the replay. You could see him make the move with his right hand, and he was off and running.
Explain to me what the whole process is of what that's about. That looks really hard.
Just got to smoke. Got to get down that thing, get up onto that wagon as quick as you can. It's weird because the horse has got to get a certain gait going just before you get to it.
Now, this event is really important because it's worth $200,
right.
And going into this event, you have $200 so far. James is at $100, and Sharon doesn't have anything yet.
Yeah.
So if Sharon wins, she'll be tied with you.
Yeah.
If James wins, he'll be ahead, and if you win, you'll be
We hope.
really far ahead.
We hope, but they're both really, really tough, and this could be anybody's game.
14.25 is the time to beat. That is going to be tough. James Zopie is next up. You're looking at 4,600 pounds a horse, about 2,000 pounds a stagecoach. And what's James, 175, 180 pounds? I love it. What a mismatch. James Zopie at the back of the stagecoach. But he's agile. You saw that on the water tower. Look at him quickly. He pulls the brake. Time. You got to be kidding me. 14.25? No way. There is a way. He has tied Barton Smith. I can't believe that. Does James know it yet? Watch the replay. What a wonderful move. You can see his hands all bandaged up. He wants to get the best grip he can get. Quickly up on the stage, and I think even faster than Barton up on the stage. He was quick into the seat, and when you pull the brake, that's when the clock stops, and yes, 14.25.
It's basically unbelievable. 14.25 for you, 14.25 for Barton. You're exactly even.
I can't believe it. I thought I had a good chance to come out of this one way ahead. It surprised me that Barton come in that close.
Well, you still got one to go, too, because Sharon hasn't ridden yet, and Sharon could beat you both out. So
Well,
let's
that's
see what
true.
happens.
Okay.
Sharon Hale will be looking to get on the boards. Here comes the coach. While she's looking to get on the board, she's going to try to get on board this stagecoach. She's pushing her horse to the limit. Racing to the stage. Oh, she's wide. She is wide. She's going to have to try to move over. Grab the side. And, oh, no! Sharon Hale goes down and down hard in the dirt. Is she all right? That was there's a smile. Okay, there's our signal. She is all right. She might feel it a little bit later, though. That was a tough run for Sharon Hale. You could just sense she was in trouble because she and her horse were just a little bit wide. But I want to show you something on this replay. Watch when she hits the ground. A well-trained horse will stop with its rider, and it did.
Sharon, first of all, are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks, yeah.
You are. That was quite a tumble.
I think I should get 10 points for the dismount. That was pretty perfect.
I don't think people understand how really dangerous this is, and you know that transfer.
Now
is
they
tough.
do.
Now they do.
Yeah.
Well, tell me exactly what happened. What went wrong?
I had one chance, I missed it. I went to get back into position and really went for it when I shouldn't have. And found the space between the coach and the horse and went down and dirty.
Well, Barton Smith and James Zopie do what I thought would be the impossible. They tied, and Barton now has $400. James Zopie with $300. Sharon Hale, she is not going to give up.
Stagecoaches are going to be safe now where those folks come from, but they got a long ways to go before things quiet down around these parts.
Can you hit a moving target? We're going to find out. Ambush is next. Cowboys will be running. The ammo will be flying. And maybe, just maybe, the outlaws will be falling. It's all coming up on Ambush. Stick around. Welcome back. Let's look at the scores. Barton's got $400 so far. $100 for Water Tower, $100 for Rawhide, and $200 for Runaway Stage. James has $300, $100 for Pony Express, and $200 for Runaway Stage. Sharon hasn't won anything yet, and she better get on the boards, because whoever wins the most money goes for the $5,000 in our final showdown.
There's an ambush awaiting. Outlaws with a price on their heads. Folks got to shoot back, and maybe they'll collect the bounty.
All right, let's do ambush. Our cowboys have got to make it to the end of the street without getting shot. Along the way, there are 3 outlaws who are going to be aiming for them. But our cowboys will get $50 for any outlaw they shoot, and the one who makes it through the fastest is going to get a shot at $100. Gunning for our 3 cowboys today. Up in the loft, there she is, Alibi. There's 3 fingers in the balcony, and Badger on the street. Looks like James is ready. Look at the intensity in James. He is one tough cowboy. He's going to take aim at Alibi. James is taking his time. Look at this. Oh, he fires his first paintball, and yes, even though it's paint, that outlaw is going down. Watch James run. He goes to the water trough. This is where oh, he's not going to reload. He hasn't shot many. He's going to go after Badger. I'll tell you what, James chose not to reload. And we'll see if this strategy works. Behind the shield, James hits. Yes, he didn't go after 3 fingers. He's up on the porch. 36.3. An outstanding move by James Zopie. I think I can read his mind here. Think along with me. What he's doing is, I'll shoot a couple paintballs. I might get Alibi. I might get Badger. That's fine. But he didn't worry about reloading. He didn't worry about really too much shooting. He didn't use too much of the ammunition. Although, there goes Badger. What he wanted to do was run as fast as he could to the porch, get through town, and get the very fastest time. That's what he got.
James, that was great.
Well, thank you.
36.3 seconds. That was real fast. You knocked off a couple of outlaws. Also, you got Badger and you got Alibi. $50 apiece, so you got $100 for both of them.
That's not bad.
How'd you get to be such a good shot, James?
Well, back home in the little town of Soper, Oklahoma, I used to raise all these wild animals, hawks and owls and things, and I used to go out and shoot birds and rabbits and stuff for them, so I guess that helped a lot.
Yeah, it did. You got yourself a Badger and you got yourself an Alibi.
Here we go. Barton Smith is next. He's got a little bit of pressure, folks. Gun in hand. He is loaded with the paintballs and ready to fire. Takes aim at Alibi. Oh, just that quickly. What a great start. He got Alibi right smack in the belly. He's going after 3 fingers. Remember now, James didn't even take a shot at 3 fingers, and it doesn't look like Barton's going to get anything with 3 fingers. He will reload, though. So it's obvious now that Barton knows he can't beat James time, so now he's got to go for the money by shooting these outlaws. And he's not going to get 3 fingers. That hurt him time-wise. Now, the next target, Badger. Badger's all over Barton. Barton and Badger. What a matchup. Badger goes down. And Barton is up on the porch. 40.9. Hey, you know what? Not bad considering he took shots and plenty of shots at 3 fingers. 40.9, an excellent time. Here's the replay. Alibi, you're going to get it right there. Yep. Alibi gets hit with the paint. 3 fingers was really never shot. Badger, though, he took it right there. Well done, Mr. Barton Smith.
Well, you did really well, Barton. You got 2 outlaws. Congratulations. You got both Badger and Alibi, so you got $50 ahead for those 2.
Good enough.
So $100.
All right.
Did you have a certain kind of strategy you used?
Definitely. James was so quick that I figured I'd just acquiesce the win to him and try to get as many outlaws as I could. But that 3 fingers was so evasive. I mean, I missed him by a whisper about 3 or 4 times, so Lady Luck was not with me at that moment.
Lady Luck, well, here's Sharon Hale. She's been Lady Unlucky today, but this is her big opportunity to score some points, make some dollars. She takes aim at Alibi. Yes! There you go, Sharon. That's $50 right there. Notice how she makes sure that hat stays on. She's aiming now at 3 fingers. Behind the wagon. Sharon, whoop! Don't leave the wagon unless you want to go to the trough. And there she goes, diving behind the water trough. You can see her now, going for the reload. Look at 3 fingers up on the balcony, aiming. He's just waiting for her to stick her head out. Sharon, she's reloaded, paint in tow, and here's one shot at 3 fingers. She's making the right move. Get to the shield and go after Badger. She had it up at 3 fingers. And there goes the hat. Sharon aims at Badger and hits him. She got Badger up to the porch. 50.3 seconds. Not too shabby. And you know, the good news for Sharon Hale is she got 2 of the outlaws. Count them, 2. And that's $100 for Sharon. There's one shot right there. Yikes. Woo. Alibi goes down. Sharon took her time reloading, set her sights, and ended up with 1 more outlaw. She has $100. That's a pretty good run for Sharon Hale.
Well, Sharon, you got 2 of the outlaws. You got both Alibi and Badger. And the funny thing is all 3 of you got the same 2 outlaws. You all got Alibi and Badger. What is it about 3 fingers?
I don't know. Maybe 3 fingers are better than 2.
I guess. 50 seconds. So that's all right. Not enough to beat out James, who had a really good time.
No, he really moved through that course.
Yeah.
James Zopie does so well in ambush. He wins the $200 reward, and he's got a $500 total. And just like a fullback going the final 10 yards for a touchdown, look at Zopie run. These are tough 10 yards. Behind the trot, remember now, he says, forget the reload. I'm going to use a limited amount of paintballs. I'll get the outlaws when I can, but I want a quick time. And I'd say 36 and change is a pretty quick time. He also says, forget the bravery. Give me a shield. You know what was tough for him here? If the wind was blowing the shield and making it tough on James, he fought all kinds of obstacles. Good run for James Zopie, $200.
Congratulations, James. You won officially. So you won a $100 reward plus $50 apiece for the 2 outlaws, so $200 altogether.
That helped a lot, I'll tell you. Up the ante and keep things rolling for that $5,000.
This is really physical.
It is physical. There's a lot involved as far as, you have to be a good rider, you have to be a good aim, there's a lot of strength involved and reflexes, and it's just one person that's good at anything is not going to excel unless they can do a variety of things. It's pretty physical, all right.
Well, you're doing a great job, and you look like you're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I am. It's something you think about doing when you're a kid, and you get a chance to do it as an adult and earn some money at it, so it's not bad.
Here are your totals. Barton Smith with $500. Sharon Hale has $100, and James Zopie, $500. I see a showdown coming.
Some fair to middling shooting there, but nobody should be breathing too easy, though. There's mucho real bad banditos left.
Oh yeah, fun and games in Broken Neck. You're having the fun, they're playing the games. Yeah, some games. When we come back, you're going into that saloon. You'll see the fight firsthand. You got it. Saloon Brawl is next.
That's silk. soft and smooth as her name. But don't try to touch the material. It's turning into another typical afternoon at the Broken Neck Saloon. It's gonna be up to our cowboys to go in there and pull out some of them varmints. There's a lot of peace disturbing going on in there. You haul out the three main troublemakers and that ought to put an end to it. Sharon, it's your turn. Duck your heads, boys, if you exit through the window.
Ladies first, Sharon Hale. Her job is to take a chance by taking chance right through the door. She's got 45 seconds. Go. You'll know when the 45 are up. The barkeep will shoot his gun off. Good move by Sharon. Look at the foundation. Watch the feet. If they can get good, low center gravity, they can move their opponent. Now Sharon has her. Ah, that poker table got in the way. You know Chance is tough. And you can see she keeps pulling Sharon. Just when Sharon gets her halfway across, when she has her here. No, look at that move. It's close now. She's running out of time, though. Back to the middle they go. Sharon trying to muscle Chance to the door. Time is running out. Oh, so close.
Get out here so we can get some peace and quiet.
Too bad. Sharon Hale, now they're insulting her to boot. She's got to leave the bar without her opponent. Did you see the look on her face? She is not happy. Look at this replay. Chance almost went down. This was a tough battle.
Sharon, that was so close this far and you would have had her.
Yeah,
It's hard to drag those outlaws out of any liquor serving establishment, isn't it?
it's real tough, yeah.
They
must like to drink more than I do.
Yeah, apparently. Well, you did a real good job. You had her. Is there anything in particular you have against Chance?
No, but I'd like another chance.
Three Fingers is waiting. Who's he waiting for? Barton Smith. 45 seconds. That's all Barton's got. Here we go. Oh, this looks like a standoff. This is going to be tough. Barton doing a good job. He is pulling Three Fingers. Oh, but Three Fingers gets him back, trying to throw him off balance. See how Three Fingers is kind of treating him like a wild bull in a rodeo? Jerking him around. Oh, this has turned into a battle. What is that, the rawhide drag? Three Fingers is showing Barton no respect. Barton, they're pulling him.
Get out here so we can have some peace and quiet.
Barton Smith just flat out ran out of time. You bet they applaud him. Did you get the feeling that maybe he could have won it had he had another 5 or 6 seconds? Of course, it's hard to win when you're being dragged across the floor. That is not a pretty sight. Right now, Three Fingers definitely has control of the fight. He'll take him over to the poker tables and introduce him to the chips. But watch this. This is where Barton really took control. He just ran out of time.
Oh, Barton, that was tough. That was really tough. You almost had him. You got really close to the door, but you couldn't quite make it through, huh?
Yeah, that's right. I kept falling into those tables, you know?
Yeah, you've had a great day so far. You
Good.
really have. So far, you are tied with James.
Yeah.
$500 each.
So far.
So we're going to see how James does in this next event, but boy, you have done a great job today.
Thanks.
Hope I hope everything holds up for you, but we're going to see after this because whoever wins this event goes on to the final showdown for $5,000.
Super, I gave it my all.
James Zopie knows what Casey just said. Whoever wins this brawl is going to go to the final showdown. He has George, and we're off and running. Zopie with all of his might. Oh, man! He gives up about 30 pounds to George, but he's not giving up anything in guts and determination. Look at James! Of course, look at George! Oh! They're spending more time on the floor! George trying to pin him down! James knows he's up against the clock! He needs to get back up and start pulling, and now he does! Oh, the gun sounds when he's at the door.
Get out of here, you're banging on my bar.
How tough was that for James Zopie? Do you realize he was, what, a couple of feet away from winning this and going to the showdown alone? James against George. Here's the final pull. He's at the door, and that's when the gun sounded. He should get combat pay.
Well, I tell you what, Sharon, you have done a great job today. You won $100 in reward money. We really appreciate you helping to clean up the town of Broken Neck. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Casey. Good luck, darling.
Thanks, sweetie.
James. Now I know why they call you Wildcat, don't they? That is really tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a war zone in there. There wasn't much fun about it that I know of, but it's interesting.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, you both lost this event, but I have great news for you. You are both tied at $500 each in reward money, so you are both going to go to the final showdown, and you both get to compete for $5,000. So good luck to you both.
Looks like Barton and James tied with the most rewards. That means they'll be risking life and limb in the final showdown to try to get themselves that $5,000 prize. Around here, life could be worth a whole lot less. If you're tough enough or crazy enough to want to risk your neck to try and clean up our town, write us a letter. Don't write to Broken Neck, though. Mail doesn't get through to here too regular. Write to Wild West Showdown in Los Angeles at this address. Barton or James better keep thinking how much they fancy that $5,000. They're gonna need to if they want to get past those outlaws. They got the money now, and the last living soul they wanted to go home with is Barton or James.
Hey, to get to that money, they have to make it past Snakebite. He's in the street. They also have to get past Dog Breath up on the saloon roof. Oh yeah, there are outlaws everywhere. Badger, he's guarding the balcony. That is where the money is. And if they should get the money, waiting across the street, in the corral, a lot more trouble. There's Pharaoh. They've got 2 minutes. The man who's the fastest and stays under 2 minutes gets the $5,000. Here we go. Barton Smith will go first. He is protected, and he is going right for the rooftop. They have a couple of options, several ways to go, but he wants the protection of the rooftop. He's going after Snakebite. Yes, he got him with the paintball. And now he chooses to head up the ladder. And once on top, he will go one-on-one with Dog Breath. The clock is important here. And he's got a good run here because he hits Dog Breath. He's moving on, jumps across the buildings, up the roof, slides down. Tough fall, now up the balcony. He is going for the money. Got it. Down the telegraph line. Oh yeah, there'll be more trouble down there. He's taking a fine ride. He knows he's got $5,000 riding on the line. He goes after Pharaoh. A quick shot. Oh, that is quick. Quickly now, he heads on over to his horse. It's just a matter of time. He has beaten the outlaws. Up on the horse, he'll gallop out of town. He has smashed the 2-minute mark.
Barton, that was a heck of a fast time. 1 minute and 10 seconds is what it took you to complete the final showdown. So you got to wait here, keep your fingers crossed, and let's see how James does.
Let's see.
All right, let's see. Oh, James Zopie has that look in his eyes. Look at the intensity in his face. There we go.
James.
The clock is running, and he's going right for the roof. You can see Snakebite taking aim. Zopie peering out. Fires once, fires twice, got him. James Zopie quickly up the ladder. He knows he's going up against the clock. He has to beat 1 minute 10. Look at him run. One-on-one against Dog Breath. Got him. James wastes no time. Leaps the buildings. Down the roof. Here he comes around the balcony for the money. And now the battle down the telegraph line. Will he beat a minute 10? A hard fall. He'll take aim at Pharaoh. A gallant effort by James Zopie. He's out of breath, he's out of time, but he's still psyching himself up. Talking to his horse. Look at James Zopie. Give him credit. He never quits.
Oh, James, for goodness sakes, a minute and 27 seconds. That was such a fast time. Not fast enough to beat Barton this time around, but I tell you what, for being such a good cowboy, we're going to give you $1,000.
Well, that's nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
We appreciate you helping us out today, James. Good luck to you.
My pleasure.
Barton, that means you win $5,000. Thanks so much. Have a good time spending it. And again, thank you from all the folks at Broken Neck.
You bet. By the way, vaya con Dios.
Trouble in this town is never gonna go away. Wonder why anybody'd want to leave the comfort of home to come here. Don't they know they're going straight to hell?
Barton Smith won the big money this week, but there's another $5,000 prize at stake next week when 3 more cowboys, cowgirls, come to Broken Neck to compete. You will see Deron Long. She will take on Pharaoh one-on-one in the log jam. I guarantee you, it's going to get messy. Debbie Flagg, she'll have her work cut out for her as she tangles with Alibi on the water tower. And Pam Eckert is coming to town, and she will clear out the bar. Another saloon brawl. $5,000 up for grabs next week on Wild West Showdown.